Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to this my written new name for new people coming up for this latest installment of Poetic License. I know it's not easy to see in a Zoom meeting, but I'm doing it anyway. Hi. This installment of Zoom is just a chance to be able to get together because I love you guys, and I might do something because well, I'll worry about that a little later. I'll just talk about the books because two new books were published from Scars Publications this year. This first one from cc&d, as you guys, as the regulars here would know, I would read things from cc&d first. And it is titled based on, hi, I see new people coming in, Richard, I must add you to the list, is an issue that was named after accepted writing in it that was called The Moment. And I had no idea what to do. And usually I'm doing the cover art for all this stuff. And I got Pixabay, and I just thought, I think this is probably the coolest image of somebody with water and a mug just like flying all around the place. I'm trying to show it to people in the Zoom meeting here. But there's shots of it online as well. You can see the cup there and the hand and all of this going around. And I thought that's a cool one to be able to add it for a cover, because what happens in that moment? What do? There's this panic attack moment there. So I thought that was a cool cover. I thought I would share with you 3 poems from here. I think 1 or 2 of them will be there, not only in this book, but also in the newly released Saber Wit book that is titled The Universe is in Your Hands. And then maybe I'll shove in a periodic table poem at the end, so because I've got so many of them, you guys. But anywho, and in fact, Tom, one of our readers, will know this first one because I'll show an image of when I was reading it at an art opening. This one from the book is titled Eternal Salvation in Hieroglyphics. In their desire to live forever, their ancient Egyptian tombs were precisely decorated with instructions to battle obstacles after shedding their mortal coil before they'd have eternal life. Gemstone amulets protected their mummified corpses unless raiders came to rob their tombs and destroy eternal salvation. So it is a miracle when more than pottery shards are found thousands of years later, because all humankind has their beliefs, their traditions to protect them from what they don't understand. So one king in one unlooted tomb found only 100 years ago reveals so much about their culture, about future cultures, and even our own culture. For it shows how we cope with fears, but also shows how we fight them, so we can think we can have whatever we could never attain. And Tom's already given the applause. He remembers when I was reading that at Stars Cafe for Little Miss Culverhouse. How is Stars? Is it still going on? Is it open?
The Chambers of Austin have destroyed Stars, which used to be Starseeds, which was an Austin
Starseeds, yeah.
And they're finding a new place, which we will find out sooner or later. It will exist. It has existed. And it should exist.
And it's a great place. And they have this cool big old chair in the front. And of course I had to show in some hieroglyphics. And I'm trying to show it off for my people here. Just a shot of hieroglyphics. It's not a big deal, you guys. But anywho, the other one was one that I actually cut out of a Beach Poets feature from this past year. This is this poem is in The Moment, not in the moment, but it's in the book The Moment, and it's in The Universe is in Your Hands. And it is actually written and highlighted from the day that the Titanic sunk, I think. And it is titled From Other Souls. Other souls litter history books. I wish I was on the Titanic. That sounds so like me. Like I'd like to be the rich elite on the first cruise across the ocean. But I wish I'd gone down with them. I don't care what passenger I am. The point is that people will study the disaster that I was in for centuries. Books will be written. Movies will be box office hits from me being in the wrong place. at the wrong time. Other souls litter history books. Some may have been great. Some, as I said, may have just been in the wrong place at the wrong time. And after I've been attacked, and after I've been almost killed, what? I've pieced myself back together. I've screamed my stories from rooftops. I've etched my words into stone. And no one hears me. And if they do, no one will remember. From other souls. And that, as I said, is both in the moment and the universe is in your hands. Anyway, but because I was going to, instead of doing a third, and actually, this one is not only in this one, but it also appears, and I should be showing that off as well, in the book, the Every Event of the Year, because of the sinking of the Titanic. It appears in the calendar for that in amongst the pages of Every Event of the Year, Volume 1, January to June, because I think it was in April or something. I don't remember when it was. I used to have a track of this, but I don't anymore. But this next one's, before we go on, because we've got the space for it, instead of doing one longer one, I'm going to do 3 little ones, and they're going to be periodic table ones. And I'll just do 3 in a row that are often here, that are not only in this book, but also in Twitterverse periodic table poetry. And you guys have seen this cover, some of you have at least, but they all have images to go with them, so I'm going to try to show them to you as well. This one is titled for the element rhenium. Rhenium, the little element that could. In Austin and Chicago, rhenium-186 is touted as radiotherapeutic for glioblastoma, malignant brain and spine tumors. In Munich, they say rhenium-188 helps with non-melanoma skin cancers. Rhenium may even have no known biological role normally, but with a wide range of cancers, it may save lives. Very different from what one for the poem was for that one, but I might as well show. Yeah, I think I did a reading for it for an honorary, what was it called? Not recycled reads, community poetry. When I did a reading for an hour, and I was doing Twitter length poems for these guys, so I had to pull those off as well. But second one is tantalum, macroscopically entangles. These are all different from the original poems. Tantalum, macroscopically entangles. We need rare earth elements in electronics, and China hoards it. So researchers use transitional tantalum, atomically thin in sulfides and disulfides, to make islands in 2 layers. Tantalum macroscopically entangles, making heavy fermion materials, perfect for all of our electronic gizmos. Because we've got to be worrying about all of this crazy stuff now, and everybody's got it in electronics as well. So, and what's so funny is, I think Tom might know the place, on a rooftop before a KMFDM concert, I read some poems. So,
Guadalupe Arts Complex.
Pardon me?
It was the Guadalupe Arts Complex on the rooftop.
Oh no, this was a concert. What was the concert hall? I've seen a couple bands there, but it was for a KMFDM show that I just happened to be there, and John's like, all right, I'm filming you. You go read periodic table poems, and that was all I was doing with that one. But anywho, last one, third one, and I know these aren't similar to the original poem. This is for tungsten. Tungsten, out from under your thumb. I have a picture of me doing that too. Tungsten's one of the hardest elements, good in extreme temperatures. It's a shoe-in for building and tech. Thanks to China's stranglehold, tungsten's now scarce. British tungsten mining formed tons of granite, and it helps. So the once empire helps us out from under China's empire thumb. Yeah, they would find it in this waste like this, and Britain is trying to be able to use it as well. And yeah, out from under your thumb. I can't remember the name. Thank you. I can't remember the name of the concert hall But it's a rock concert, not an art concert place. I know. I'm out from under your thumb. I was doing a thumb shot when I was talking about it. Like, it's going to be out from under your thumb. But anyway, that's enough of my babbling about that. And whether or not we have the time, I might cut in with those periodic table element poems at some point in the future, but I should be going straight to my Zoom host, and I've just already said that I have to get another credit card ready so that I can make sure to be able to give him a lot of cups of coffee for the past 3 months of stuff that he's been doing, because he's triple plus awesome. My darling, you are the next one that's reading, as always, Senior Zoom host extraordinaire, and then Tom, of course, you follow, my darling. So I will mute myself. David, if you're ready, take it away.